I was kind of in that stage of such angst in my body. I just couldn't quite do it. Now, we are going to go to our backs. You can allow yourself to press through the upper arms to wiggle the shoulder blades underneath you. Line up the sit bones with the heels with the sit bones so that the knees are straight up rather than tented today. But turn the palms up. As we settle to our back, first get a feeling of pressing through the back of the hands and the forearms, the back of the head, and the feet and the hips. So you have that feeling of kind of imprinting the parts of the body touching the mat. So you kind of imprint and create a little isometric strength there. And then relax that tension to sink in. We're going to go to a breath where I'll count it out to begin with. The breath is inhaling for 4. You're going to hold for the count of 2. While you're holding that count, think of expansion, just like when you're inhaling. Then on the count of 4, we'll exhale and we'll hold that exhale. When the breath is gone, you pause and then expand into imprinting into the mat. So that pause feeling, even though the breath is held, you're going to have an action still happen. Let's inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Start your exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Let's bend the elbows, taking the thumbs into the navel. Your fingertips will head down towards the pelvis. And you can press through the feet when you are tucking the tailbone. Now we're going to inhale, tilting the tailbone and opening the belly. Feel the hands rise up with the breath. And when you exhale, start from the thumbs to the tailbone and tuck the tailbone. And again, if it feels like you'd like to lift the hips up a little bit and press through the feet, go ahead. We're going to focus on this area from solar plex to pelvis. Inhale, tilt. Open up the belly. Exhale right from the navel through the spine. Tuck the tailbone. Now go ahead and move on the rhythm of your own breath. Follow the vertebrae with the inhale that tilts and then the tuck. Engage the muscles of the quad, the glutes, And of course, the core, because you're activating those muscles with your tilt and tuck. The next time you're in your tuck and you start the inhale, move the hands off of the belly, out away from the shoulders, lower the hips, and press through the back of the arms as you tilt. Really expand into that inhale. And then move the thumbs back to the navel, start the tuck, press through the feet. Again, you can move on the rhythm of your own breath. We're moving the arms off of the belly and into the mat as you inhale, and going into that full tuck. No, tilt, sorry. And then hands return to the navel as you go into the tuck. Few more back and forth. Slow the breath down. You're making a full union of breath, mind, and body. Before we go into the active part of the practice, kind of cementing the attention of the mind deeper inward. Let's do one more. Now keep the lower back flattened into the mat. You can let the hips come back to the mat if you lifted them up. We're going to clasp our hands and place our hands over the left knee. Hug the knee in, pull the chin in, and flex your right foot as you lengthen it out. Now we're going to do a full circle with this left leg. Take the right hand to the knee, left hand down, go across the body, drive the leg long, roll to your back, and then start bending that left knee right away. See how far you can bring it up towards your elbow before you clasp it again. And then chin will come up. Chin goes, or head goes down as you go around. Circle it deep and kind of focus on that knee and leg going out to the side before you return and come around. Circle it around. Let's come back up. Now, today we're going to reverse the circle. So we're up here, chin is up, hands are clasped. When you come down, you're going to drive the knee out, around. When you bend it, come across, maybe anchor that left arm so you have a nice spinal twist there, and then return to that position here. And out, drive the leg long, come across. And at the last moment, clasp and come up. And let's do one more. Around. Release the head down, release the feet, sit bones and heels really close to each other. Thumbs on the navel. From here, as you tilt, let the arms go out. Tilt the tailbone. As the hands, thumbs move back to the navel. Tuck. We'll just do 3 of these and then go to the other side. We're just kind of coming back to neutral in the spine. Encouraging that breath and movement to be literally from solar plex to pelvic floor. Now on this third one, we have the tuck. We're going to keep that lower abdomen just flattened down and in. And then clasp the hands and bring your right knee into the hands. Go ahead, let's pull the chin up and then stretch out. Make sure you're flexing that left foot. Active in the left leg. And then left hand comes across. We're going to anchor the right, full circle. As soon as you come around, drive that leg long, and then use your musculature to bring the knee up towards the elbow, and then include the core. And let's go around again. Around. And up. Let's clasp. Here we go. We've got another one of these. And now we're going to reverse the circle. So drive the knee to the right, send it long, and go all the way over to your twist before you come back to neutral. Pick up the head though, engage the core, go off to the right, over to the left, and back to the center. Another one. As you release the head down, let's go ahead, bend both knees, return the thumbs to the navel, last three, and then we'll stand up and go into the more active part of our practice. Inhale, tilt the tailbone. Exhale, arms out and tuck. Hands in as we come back to tilt. Arms out as you manipulate from solar plex, maybe even to the toes. One more tilt. And tuck. And this time as we clasp our hands, let's slip both knees in, hug for a moment. When you pick up the chin, we can rotate over to the side and land right in your table. Okay, so we did all the movement and manipulation of the spine. Now in this one, we'll keep the spine in a nice neutral place and still be attached to breath. Slide into your extended child's pose and inhale. Spread those fingers, drop into the hips. Exhale, come right to table. And then inhale, curl the toes under, lift the hips and get that nice stretch. Crease of the hips to fingertips. Then the knees. Coming down, exhale, and then return to your inhale. Slow the breath down, table. Inhale, down dog. Exhale, table. Inhale, child's pose. Exhale, table. Inhale, down dog. Exhale, table. Inhale, child's pose. Turn the thumbs to face to the ceiling and lift the body up with the arms. We're going to make stop arms here and engage the core, and then pick up your right foot. From here, just drop deep into that right knee and feel like you're pushing your arms back. Take the hands to the ground And tuck the tailbone as you lift your left knee up and press into a runner's lunge. Drop the knee down, go deep into the right knee. Stretch the arms up and then stop arms. Curl the toes under, hands come down, lift the knee, drive the hip back. One more. Go deep into the crescent lunge. Engage the core as you stop arm it. Lift up and press. Go ahead, slide that right leg back and go into down dog. Now, I'm going to count you through that breath again. Inhale now for 4, 3, 2, 1. And when you pause, see if you can kind of expand into your down dog. Now exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then anchor into the hands and the feet. And we'll do that a couple of times. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and feel kind of like you're stretching the spine, stretching the arms, stretching the hamstrings. Start your exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now anchor to the ground. Feel solid, like no one could move you. We'll do one more breath. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and expand. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1, anchor. Now go ahead and just walk your dog a bit. So after that, kind of maybe working a little bit and creating space in the torso, in the spine. Now find the side body, find the ankles, the hips, the knees. Walk the dog. Lifting those heels, lift them equally, and then slowly lower the knees down. We're going to go back to the vinyasa where we're working on spinal extension and functionality of shoulders and hips. Inhale, stretching the fingers, child's pose. Exhale, hold onto your core nice and tight. Table. Inhale, down dog. Full expression of your pose. Return to table. Use the core. Manipulate at the toes and the feet. Inhale, child's pose. Exhale, it's as if the hands are just gliding underneath. Inhale to down dog. Exhale to table. Inhale to child's pose, and we'll do one more of those. Exhale to table. Inhale to down dog. Exhale to table. Inhale to child's pose. Turn your thumbs up. Lift the body right up here and make your step up. So we're going to bring our left leg forward. And go deep into that left knee. Hold the core strong. Drop the arms, curl the right toes under. Lift the hips, but strengthen the drive into the left heel and the right leg. Then drop down. Crescent, and then step arms. Lift that knee. Go into that hip. Strengthen the legs. Drop down. Step arm. Lift the knee up and Nice. Lunge. Go ahead and set yourself back into down dog. And again, we're going to go right to breath. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, and pause. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Anchor. One more breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Expand. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Anchor. This time as you're in your down dog, see if you'd like to walk the dog or stay in this anchored deep stillness. We're going to bend the knees and very actively walk the feet underneath the wrists here. Once the feet are right underneath the hands, ragdoll the upper body. Lower the hips. And send your thumbs up to the ceiling, but your fingertips go straight out of the crown of the head. Let's make stop arms on our way up and engage the body. Take a few breaths here and affirm the legs, the glutes, and press the forearms back just a little bit as you're moving your elbows away from your center. We're going to use this to transfer the right elbow back and the left elbow forward, and then anchor in the right foot as you glide back to your lunge. We already did our lunge, so hopefully we're nice and connected. And let's go into a nice twist. Expand from the tips of your shoulder blades down to the left hand and up to the right hand. Expand from the tips of the shoulder blades down to your right sit bone and your left sit bone. And then pull the right sit bone back and lift out of the left leg to push your left sit bone forward. Now, right hand will come back to the hip. We're going to go to that deep squat. Send the fingertips forward, thumbs face up. Drop as deep into your hips as you can. Plant those hands. Take the crown of the head towards the ground. And we're going to slide our hands just above the kneecaps. And when you lower your hips again, straighten your arms. We're going to literally use the strength of the arms to lift the torso up. And then do 3 cat and cows here. Inhale, tilting your tailbone. Exhale, exhale through the mouth with the tuck. Inhale, tilt. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, tilt. Exhale, tuck. Now, when you tuck on this third one, start to lift the body up from the pelvic floor through the solar plex. Okay. Reach the arms up and make stop arms. Nice and solid. Left elbow goes back right forward. We're going to stand on our left foot as we glide back with our right. Lots and lots of control so that when we extend into the twist, right from the tips of the shoulder blades, down to the right hand, up to the left. From the tips of the shoulder blade, take that left hip back and drive the right sit bone up. Take the left hand to the hip, step forward, hands swing. You're deep into the crease of the hips. Hands touch the ground, glide to the tops of the knees, and use the strength of the arms to lift the torso up. Start right into your breath. And exhale. Inhale, 2. Exhale. 1 more. Rise up from that strength. So it's kind of like the opposite of when we were on the ground. So now we're lifting it up here. Reach through the arms. Find that strength. Right's going back, left is going forward. Now extend your arms first. Then stand on that right foot. We go right into the twist, and we are going to then plant into a warrior. Left heel's down, both arms reach up. Straighten your front leg. As you go into the crease of the hips, we're going to open up at the arms. Swing your left hand back and step forward. So the deep end in the right knee. And then you're here, hands down, lift up, tilt, inhaling, exhale. 2 more breaths. Roll up from the tuck. Roll up, reach up, stop arms, left is back, both arms extend. Let's glide. You go in, anchoring before you find your warrior. Right foot is down, strength. Straighten the front leg, bend at the crease of the hip. Arms stay in your warrior arms. Strong, connected to the spine. Right hand's back at the hip and step. Drop. Hands there. Lower the hips as you straighten the arms. 3 breaths. Become really efficient. Roll up from there. Stretch. Stop arms. Left is back. Both arms are straight. Step. And twist. Warrior. Straighten. And back to the hip and stretch. Rise up. Lower the hips as you straighten the arms. 3 breaths. Stand yourself right up, reach with the arms, stop arms, right is back, extend, step into it, warrior, straighten the front leg, Trikonasana, step. Rise up. And again, the tilt, last 3 breaths of this and the top. One more. And rise up. As you rise up, this time here, crown of the head to the ground, turn the palms forward and close your eyes. Just going to be in our mountain pose for a few breaths. Now, the next breath, I'm going to start counting out that breath work we were doing. Remember, when you pause, expand outward as if the outline of your body, the skin of your body, as if that you could blur the line between what is around you and what is solid in you. So we're going to inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, and expand. Start your exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Anchor. Anchor down with the feet, down with the tips of the fingertips, but also anchor upward with the head. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Expand. Blur that line between the physical you and what is around you. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Anchor. Anchor deeply. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1, and anchor. Let's add on a little bit as we open up the eyes. Interlace your last 3 fingers. Take the pointer finger up. Take the thumbs to the chest. Let's inhale, lowering the chin. Exhale, bring the thumbs to the base of the nose, over the back of the head, and engage. As you lift your chin, engage all the muscles of the back body. As if you're trying to imprint the front of your body to the back of your body. Let's take the right elbow back and lift the left elbow up. Now really feel that rib cage expand, and then start to take the pointer finger up and see if you can C-curve a little bit with that right side. Make sure you're firm in the legs, firm in the glutes, firm in this contraction. But then bring the arms in front of you. You're going to move the left foot and take a twist. You can drop your right hand to the ground when you step back, or left hand when you step back with your left. Or maybe we could try, lift your left heel with the elbow across and step back into a bound lunge. So your hand can be down open like we were doing before, or you can have that pressure of the elbow into the right knee. Move the head back in space a little bit. Then drop your knee down. We're going to unwind, lift up, and head back for your left heel. Really nice stretch in this right side. And then when we lift up, bring the right arm way over here, but kind of zip up to your solar plex. Did all this work here. We're going to reach across, kicking up, and then moving to a balance. Expand between the shoulder blades, anchor down in the 5 fingertips of the right hand. Drive your right foot into the ground, and then try to lift the left hip all the way to the left foot. If you can, take your gaze up to that left hand. that is a difficult transition. Be kind to yourself if you go off balance. Bend your left knee, plant it next to the right. Throw the fingertips forward. Stand yourself right up. And interlace those last 3 fingers as we come. Let's try the other side. Inhale, lower the chin and breathe into the chest. Exhale, thumbs to the navel and over the back of the head and engage. Back of the body is strong and you're retracting quads and abdomen, even the throat to the back body. Then go ahead and twist a little bit with that left elbow, right elbow, and see if you can expand a bit in. Now make sure you're anchored from hip pointer to hip pointer, foot to foot, and start to extend, but you're going to focus on the contraction, not the expansion. You're going to focus on the strength part, and then you can focus on the expansion if you wish. Then bring the hands forward, move the right foot. Let's go deep into a twist. Breathe into this, drop into it. See what's there. We're going to go back into a lunge. If you can, lift your right heel and just glide the foot back. Again, you can always anchor in your hand to do it. You check in. So you can be in an open lunge or this bound twisting lunge. Do a simple drop of our knee down. Bring the arms up and then really expand as you reach for your right heel and the ceiling with your left arm. When the crown of the head lifts up, we're going to take this arm way over here. And we have this strength because we've been working. You're going to see if you can lift the knee up, anchor the fingertips, and kick into the balance. Now, really focus on the fingertips for a moment. Expand up into the right hand, and then drive into that left foot as you open the right hip. If the gaze can move up from that place, yeehaw, that's great. It's a tough transition to take that gaze upward. Give yourself kudos for trying. And then bend the right knee, plant the foot, take that deep squat and rise up. Now this time, just slide the arms out and down and close your eyes. I'd like you to do 3 breaths on your own. 4 count inhale, expand. 4 count exhale, anchor. From that anchored position, open the eyes, interlace the hand, last 3 fingers, lower the chin. Thumbs to the base of the nose, over the back of the head. And now we're going to go into some strength moves here. Lower your hips, extend the pointer fingers up. And as you're going down slowly, try to
keep the head right between the arms, so the gaze will be on the ground in front of you, not the wall in front of you. And try to hold for a few breaths. Then slowly press out of the legs and return the hands down. Think about moving slowly, intentionally, and gathering all the strength as you feel like you're pulling the muscles, but you're also lengthening at the same time. So this breath work that we were doing, where we kind of expand and then just keep moving into it, just kind of challenge yourself on this. And then when we're coming back, think of that deep anchoring. So slowly lower the hips, inhale, stretch it up. See if you can pause and exhale. Inhale. Find that pause and the full expression of the lowering of the hips and the reaching of the arms, and exhale, lifting. One more. What's going on from solar plex to tailbone? On both the lowering and the lifting. You need that deep connection inward. And pause. And to drop the arms down, just kind of shake up the hands and the wrists for a moment. And then sweep up. We're going to fold in the waist and step back into down dog. Lift the heels and lower down to the knees. And we're going to do a tilt of our tailbone. And then a tuck. Let's start with our left foot. Bend and flex your left foot. Lift that up and cross it behind the right. We're going to sit ourselves back. Keep those hands super glued and just move as deep into the hips as you can. When we lift back up, bend and flex that left foot, rotate the knee out to the side and extend the leg. We're going to drop that foot straight down off the mat. And then just anchor in the hands as you take the weight over to the left. Let's move back to our sit bones. Or sit bones back to the right. Then go back to the left foot and then come up to the center. So we're going to go around to the left and back to the left and up, down to the left. One more. Now this time, set straight back to your sit bones. Pick up the right hand, and this time when you go to the left, bring that right hand palm facing up. We're going to try to find the entire back of the right arm. Look up at the ceiling. Set your sit bones back, and then reach the left hand to the ceiling first. Then fold that arm behind your back. Let's just take a few breaths here. Then unwind the left hand, plant it right next to your face. Lift up, move that left hand to the center and lift your right elbow and just kind of move back to that left knee and foot a few times. Just kind of working into the inner groin here. And the next time that you're over to the left and you push, see if you can extend your right arm up. It doesn't matter if you can't, you just keep the elbow bent and lift, but if you can, see what's there. We're gonna move our right hand back to the hip, slide the left leg in, and lift up into down dog. Stay in your down dog for a few breaths. You can focus on breath, or you could go into any resistance or any movement that's calling you. Lift your heels, lower down to your knees. We'll take a bend and flex of our right foot this time. Just lifting it up. Stay anchored in both hands as the right knee comes behind. Separate the heels as you're driving your sit bones back between them and just be in this asymmetrical pose for a moment. Lifting yourself back up, go ahead and bend and flex that foot. Rotate the knee out, anchor into both hands as you stretch the leg out, and then just plop it. So wherever it plops, it's kind of where it is. Let's move to the right and back. Move to the right. And back. Move to the right and back to your left sit bone. Move to the right and to the hands. Just kind of do that arc, seeing what's there. Now you're on the hands, and this time you're going to take both sit bones back. Lift up the left hand, and when you're coming up, go ahead and take that little veer to the right, back of the hand. See if you can find as much of the back of the arm and the back of the head, and gaze upward with the right hand, and fold it across your back. And we're going to stay for a few breaths here. Just anchoring in what is touching the mat, twisting into any resistance that there might be deep in your body. And then finding that stillness in the exhale. When you unwind the right arm, it's going to lift to the ceiling and then plop right next to your face. Lift up, move that hand to the center and bend this left elbow. And then just kind of go right foot, left elbow, right foot, left elbow. It just kind of like a warming up. Can I take this kind of really weird, deep twist deep within the spine? Now, next time that you're pushing back, can you lift up with the arm or just with the elbow, your intention and being in the body there. And then coming back with both hands, anchoring below the shoulders and pulling the leg in. Let's go up into down dog and take a few breaths. Lift the heels, lower to the knees. Sweep the feet around in front. Let's roll to our back. Once you're on your back here, go back to placing the thumbs in the navel. And moving the breath into the hands in that lower abdomen. Just kind of notice the quality of the breath. When you inhale, we're going to keep the hands on the abdomen for these first few breaths. Do a tilt and a tuck, and just kind of check in with your body. Once the breath move in there easily, you want a big movement, a smaller movement. Do you even need the tilt and tuck of the actual bones of the pelvis and lower spine, the lumbar spine? Or can you actually now just find that full breath activated in that area? Then pause. You can lengthen out with the legs or tip the knees or even touch the soles of the feet together. And these last 3 conscious breaths are going to be 4 count inhale, expand as long as you can into the pause, 4 count exhale, expand as long as you can into the pause. Notice what happens deep inside the mind, in the breath, and in the body. And then on your 3rd exhale, simply drop into Shavasana.
We're going to spread our fingers and reach the arms up overhead. Take one stretch with your right side and one stretch with your left side. And then with both sides. And roll over. We will lift up to a seated position. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. Namaste to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.